Hey guys, welcome to Teja Tech House. Today we are going to learn about augmented reality, virtual reality and mixed reality. If you are not yet subscribed to my channel, subscribe to my channel and all the links are below in the description box. Let's jump into the topic. Augmented reality. In fundamental terms, the expression augmented reality, often abbreviated to AR, refers to a simple combination of real and virtual, computer-generated, worlds. Given a real subject, captured on video or camera, the technology augments that real-world image with extra layers of digital information. Those of us who enjoy watching television coverage of sport will already have experienced a basic form of augmented reality in action. Picture the cricket pitch on which a logo for a well-known sponsor miraculously appears, or an Olympic swimming race where a line indicating the position of the current world record holder appears ahead of the competitors moving frantically through the water. Imagine a device which, when you use it to look at something, displays information on whatever you're pointing it at. Focus on a restaurant, and a display pops up giving a menu and customer reviews. Look at a historic building, and you're told when and by whom it was built. Or point towards that chap sitting opposite you on the metro, and find out this stranger's name and age. These are the sort of possibilities afforded by the new technology of augmented reality. The term augmented reality was thought to be coined in the early 90s by Thomas Codell, at the time senior principal scientist at the Computer Services Division of Boeing, the Aerospace Corporation. Codell was involved with some of the first attempts to apply virtual reality technology to Boeing's manufacturing and engineering processes. Here are 7 of the best examples of augmented reality technology. IKEA mobile app, Nintendo's Pokémon Go app, Google Pixel's Star Wars stickers, Disney coloring book, L'Oreal makeup app, Weather Channel Studio Effects, and U.S. Army. The next one is virtual reality. Virtual reality is the term used to describe a three-dimensional, computer-generated environment which can be explored and interacted with by a person. That person becomes part of this virtual world or is immersed within this environment and whilst there, is able to manipulate objects or perform a series of actions. The definition of virtual reality comes, naturally, from the definitions for both virtual and reality. The definition of virtual is near and reality is what we experience as human beings. So the term virtual reality basically means near reality. This could, of course, mean anything, but it usually refers to a specific type of reality emulation. There are many different types of virtual reality systems, but they all share the same characteristics, such as the ability to allow the person to view three-dimensional images. These images appear life-size to the person. Plus they change as the person moves around their environment, which corresponds with the change in their field of vision. The aim is for a seamless join between the person's head and eye movements and the appropriate response, for example change in perception. This ensures that the virtual environment is both realistic and enjoyable. A virtual environment should provide the appropriate responses, in real time as the person explores their surroundings. The problems arise when there is a delay between the person's actions and system response or latency, which then disrupts their experience. The person becomes aware that they are in an artificial environment and adjusts their behavior accordingly, which results in a stilted, mechanical form of interaction. The aim is for a natural, free-flowing form of interaction which will result in a memorable experience. The real-life example is woman by the name of Jang Ji-sung having a VR encounter with a digital replication of her deceased daughter, Na Yeon. Wearing a VR headset and aided by a chroma key setup, so the camera can see what she sees, we watch Jang Ji-sung interact with her daughter, sit down at a table and eventually put her to bed. It's clearly a very emotional experience for her, despite this virtual recreation not being particularly realistic. Na Yeon's recreation is animated pretty well, but this isn't using ray tracing or even proper collision detection. as we can see Na Yeon's hand clipping through her desk. None of this seems to make a difference to Jang, who perseveres through the entire experience. It's impossible to know how much of this was rehearsed, what Jang really feels, or whether this is ultimately a good or bad thing for her personally. What we can dissect is this idea of resurrecting deceased loved ones in a realistic, interactive digital space. And the next one is mixed reality. Mixed reality is the use of both virtual reality, VR, and augmented reality, AR, technologies to create an environment where physical and virtual objects can exist and interact in real time. MR overlays images or videos over a screen showing reality through a mobile camera, smart glasses or headsets. This ability to interact with both physical and virtual objects gives mixed reality technologies a huge number of potential applications. According to SuperData Research's Virtual Reality Market and Consumers Report, the investment in AR/MR for companies is set to reach $4 billion by the year 2020. With this in mind, it's not hard to see how mixed reality devices like Microsoft's HoloLens 2, a wearable holographic computer, could potentially become commonplace in schools, colleges, hospitals, and used in a multitude of other professions. But mixed reality will also be seen in the retail departments like e-commerce and fashion. As shown in the picture below, the first augmented reality dress designed by Margolins uses 3D tracking and occlusion effects to allow the augmented editions to spin around the user. At present, mixed reality systems are still being developed and fine-tuned. This technology is still not as widely available as separate VR and AR devices or software. Although there are some real-world examples of mixed reality technologies in use today. Mixed reality devices like the Microsoft HoloLens 2 aren't found everywhere just yet, although, with a steadily increasing number of applications and growing use in certain industrial and commercial fields, they certainly could be in the not-too-distant future. The above are the few examples of mixed reality applications which we know today. Along with this, mixed reality is also used in the field of healthcare, aviation, medical, and business, etc. The true potential of the technology is yet to be explored. Companies such as Microsoft with their HoloLens and Acer with their mixed reality headsets are investing heavily in mixed reality. Mixed reality is no doubt the future technology which will change our complete perception of technology as we have it today. This is all about augmented reality, virtual reality and mixed reality. If you like the video, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more such interesting updates, and hit the bell icon, then you will never miss my future updates.